All right, so today we have a clip here of Tucker Carlson on Adam Carolla's show talking about the endless attacks on white people. Here it is.
I feel that when politicians explain that we're living in a racist society and try to convince black people that white people don't want them in their society, and as Joe Biden said recently, a lot of people like to bring lynching back and that kind of stuff, I believe that is a crime as well.
Of course.
So Adam Carolla said that he thinks that the politicians talking about bringing back lynching and talking about that to black people is a crime in and of itself. But this is just an example I'm using here. I just like to use examples when I talk about stuff so people know that I'm not just pulling shit out of my ass. This is an example that happened in 2020 in July of a black man, and I cannot show you guys these videos in this video right now. I might have this video flagged and no one will be able to see it, but you guys can go and look up any of these videos. It's the same video right now of a black man who was pinned to a tree by a large group of white people who is literally scared for his life in this video. I cannot show this video to you guys. Again, I wish I could. I cannot, but Adam Carolla is saying that the politicians talking about black people being lynched is a crime in and of itself. It's not a crime in and of itself, and I can also name you countless hate crimes white people have committed against black people that I could name in response to that aren't, again, it's not lynching, but it's still white on black. It's still a hate crime against black people perpetuated by white people. So again, it doesn't even matter. It's just it's a ridiculous claim. It's not a crime to talk about something that's real. These people want to make it a crime. The Republicans want to make talking about systemic racism and talking about how America has been historically racist time and time again, and we continue still to be a racist country and a racist nation. They don't want to talk about that. They want to make that a crime. It's a crime according to Adam Carolla here.
I think you're destroying people.
Of course.
You're destroying people. How? How are you destroying people by, again, speaking truth to power when you talk about how systemic racism has, again, historically, routinely, and still today affects people of color, mainly black people in this country? How? How are you destroying people? Who are you destroying? Your white pride? Is that what you're destroying? What are you talking about? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Whole swaths of this society and making
whole swaths of the society being destroyed by talking about systemic racism. How? Explain it. Let me know. I need to know. Just tell me.
A group feel like they're unwanted in this society and talking about white supremacy.
Both groups unwanted.
Yeah, well, both. Well,
what? What do you mean both groups? Does Tucker Carlson think that black people make white people feel unwanted? Is that I can't. It's really hard for me to sit here and listen to this conversation because it's unbelievably fucking stupid. They're so dumb.
Well, both groups. Yeah.
Right.
It's an insane message in 2023 to peddle to the American people, and it's so irresponsible.
What does he mean? It's an insane message to peddle to the American people. What's the insane part about the message that you didn't even explain? He didn't even tell me what said message was. So what's the insane part? He's not gonna explain it. They never do, but
Responsible, but it's mostly gross.
Well, I mean,
it's gross to you because you're fucking racist. If talking about systemic racism is gross, you're probably fucking racist. Like, I'm just gonna say it. It just how is it gross? I need to know.
The whole thing is, everything about it is shocking to me, including the fact that people put up with it.
Yes.
I mean, the endless attacks on the whites, and I'm not defending white, but plenty of, in fact, most people who know me are white, okay? But to attack any group as a group is by definition like a Nazi move.
Okay, a Nazi move, right? A Nazi move. So, Tucker Carlson sits there and says, why do people put up with endless attacks on the whites? Like, what's up with that? But he doesn't want to talk about Donald Trump's own Homeland Security threat assessment that was released in 2020 that literally says white supremacist extremists are the most persistent and lethal threat to the homeland, to our domestic security. He doesn't want to talk about that, and this was released in 2020. This is the 2020 Homeland Threat Assessment, if it will fucking load. There it is. They don't want to talk about that. The Republicans don't want to talk about that. Tucker Carlson doesn't want to talk about that. Fox News doesn't want to talk about how Donald Trump's own Department of Homeland Security named white supremacists the #1 domestic threat. Why aren't they not going to talk about that? Where are these endless attacks on the whites? Show me. Show me systemic racism against white people. Show me. Show me where that's at. It doesn't exist. It's not real. I can sit here and tell you it's not real, okay? I'm a white person. I don't have to look it up. I don't have to show you anything. It doesn't even matter. It's not fucking real, okay? It's just not. And it's ridiculous that these people are even saying something like that. Endless attacks on the whites. Where? Where is that happening?
What? Where? What? I can hardly believe it as someone who...
He's just... Like, I don't like to... I really try not... I don't like making fun of people and, like, you know, their mannerisms and how they act and, like, how they look and stuff, but he's just so weird. I've seen so many clips of him on these podcasts. He's just, like... I don't know. He just acts so fucking weird to me.
I was born in 1969 and grew up kind of faithfully believing in Dr. Seuss and the core lessons of the civil rights movement that were allowing our leaders to attack an entire group of people based on their genetics. Like, isn't that the one lesson we learned from Jim Crow in the Second World War? Is that shouldn't be allowed? And
show me where the fucking legislation that is, again, systemically oppressive of white people. Show me where that exists. Show me where that's happened. You can't show me because, again, it has not happened. Show me where our government has created laws that literally segregate white people from black people. We already did that. But again, it was the white people creating the laws because they wanted to be separated from the black people. Show me where it's the black people that have created the laws that segregate themselves from the white people. It doesn't fucking happen. What the fuck are they talking about? This is... I mean, I don't even know.
It is the defining fact of American politics. White people are bad. And you sort of wonder, like, why does no one stand up and say, how dare you talk about people on the basis of their race? Like, how dare you? But
I don't know. There's so much I could say. There really is, but I feel like I've already said it all.
Everyone's too afraid. You're a white supremacist. What? No.
I mean, no, but I mean, judging from what you said and what you say on your show all the time and what you present on your #1 viewed cable news broadcast every night, I mean, yes, I could make the assertion and also agree with the assertion that Tucker Carlson might be a white supremacist. But that's going to be it for the video. If you guys like the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that little bell, turn on notifications so you guys never miss an upload.